As the dust begins to settle after Tuesday's election, it's time to start talking the transfer of power. Now, outgoing Premier Rachel Notley and Premier-elect Jason Kenney spoke face-to-face today for over half an hour behind closed doors. And, of course, one of the hot topics was pipelines. A quick handshake before getting to the details of the Kenney-Notley job swap for Premier and Leader of the Opposition.
Graciousness in receiving me here today. She's given me some very useful advice on a number of issues.
In speaking to reporters, Kenney says Trudeau told him yesterday the Trans Mountain review deadline would be delayed until June 18th. More time to get the consultations right. Both he and Notley agree with the move.
And we will continue on our part to build an alliance across the country that supports TMX and other pipelines. We will continue to communicate the urgency of this.
But when it comes to relationships with other provinces, Notley offering advice.
It's been about 36 hours since Mr. Kenney's been elected. We've seen Quebec double down on their opposition to Energy East. We've seen BC double down on their support for Bill C-48.
C-48 being an oil tanker ban. Both examples, Notley says, are the need for careful conversation.
I think what it does demonstrate is that it's not as simple as having press conferences and expressing people's outrage over and over. This is a complicated country. It involves considered diplomacy.
Also expressing concern that if we lose some of the climate leadership plan, the pipeline could stall. Kenney still showing optimism towards the delay.
With the Prime Minister that they need to make sure that they cross every T and dot every I when it comes to discharging the federal government's duty to consult. We certainly don't want them having to go back to the drawing board a third time.
Now, the transfer of government between NDP and UCP will happen over the next week and a half, with the official swearing in happening April 30th. From Government House, Carly Robinson, City News.